instead of looking at somebody and just assuming they are complaining, imagine they are asking you for something and you can be useful to them. So then you have solutions for their requests. My pearl for the day is something that took me a while to learn, but it was very useful this year. I started a school in which everybody seemed to be very unhappy. So it was my first year at a different state with different people, and it was kind of chaotic. My school had been bought twice within a 2 years span. So everybody was very uncomfortable. And then parents were going nuts because they'd chosen a school and they were not in the same school anymore, but it's been bought by a different group. So I get there as the new head of school. They didn't know me, I didn't know them, and everybody was complaining about everything all the time. And then my team was always like, hey, they all complain about everything, they're not happy with anything. And then I took a breath, I decided to listen to them. And then I made a decision to turn every complaint into a request. So I told my team, let's just stop saying that they complain too much and let's just listen and try to understand what they are asking us for. There's always something behind it. So once you transform a complaint into a request, you don't see people as complaining or trying to be on the opposite sides. So that's what we decided to do. So every conversation we had with parents, we turned their complaint into something that they were asking us for. And that made us see them as people who needed us. And it made us very, very smart to make decisions back then. So I have two examples to give you. Then I had this mother, I was in a meeting, a very important meeting in which Maida was with me. And then I couldn't leave my room. It was a meeting with a lot of people and people from abroad and all that. And then she comes and she was crying and crying. She was screaming at the reception at the school. Then I went down and she said, you guys got so distant. You don't pay attention to us. You don't know who my child is. The school got so big and now you don't differentiate anymore. You don't even know who I am. Thank God I knew who she was. I knew who her son was. And then I called her by the name and I called her son by the name and I explained a little bit of what was happening. And then at the end of the conversation, it rang. She needed attention. That was her request. She was asking us to differentiate, to show that she matters. Her son matters to us. So that's when I realized that it was much easier to find solutions to requests than to complaints. And we started doing that forever. And then another example, we had another parent who came to us and said, you are so disorganized. You don't communicate. You don't inform us. You don't tell us what's happening. So I have to find out the day before that I have to bring this and that. And he was very angry because he was a businessman. His life was always in a hurry. And then he was so angry that he was screaming at my dorm people and everything. And then I came there and I talked to him and I listened to him, and I normally try to listen without interrupting. And then when he finally stopped saying, I said, so I see that you were upset and you were asking us for more organization, right? And then he was like, he didn't expect me to react this way. So I told him, okay, I got it. You were asking us for more organization. So I know what to do, and I'm going to inform you. So then we came up with different solutions. Now we have a newsletter coming out every Monday. We communicate through WhatsApp transmission lists and all that. So communication span improved. So my pearl for today is, instead of looking at somebody and just assuming they are complaining, imagine they are asking you for something and you can be useful to them. So then you have solutions for their requests. Plus, you don't see that person as somebody who is your enemy, because sometimes we tend to see parents on the opposite sides, and we're not, actually, right? So then once you learn how to do that, everything is easier, because you don't feel like everybody's complaining to you all the time, but they need you for something. So it's better, it's refreshing, and you don't feel so frustrated and the world on your shoulders all the time, because that's what we do sometimes as leaders in a school. So that's my pearl for the day. I hope it's useful to all of you as it is.